One of the most talked about investments in the past 2 years has been Bitcoin. Many people have become wealthy because of this, but many more have been poor. This video seeks to educate them on their investment to have better understanding. Welcome to Altcoin Bull, the most popular crypto educational channel on YouTube. To help you decide whether or not to invest in Bitcoin, we'll give you some basic information that you need to know. Firstly, what exactly is Bitcoin and why does it have such an impact? The second question is whether or not Bitcoin will become a common money in the future. Third, how do we get about investing in Bitcoin? And last, is it wise to put money into Bitcoin, and is this the right place where I can make a lot of money? Let's find out. Bitcoin is the most widely used cryptocurrency. It's the most well-known and the one that's been adopted the most. To understand cryptocurrencies, you must first understand the concept of money. Money is just an agreed-upon store of value that everyone accepts as a means of payment. Money has no intrinsic worth. You might, for example, have traded money for gold back in the day. Money, on the other hand, is no longer backed by anything. The fact that we've all agreed and accepted money as a means of payment is the only thing that makes it worth. The issue with money is that it is centralized to begin with. Governments and the central bank are in charge of it. This implies you're completely at the mercy of their decisions when it comes to the dollar or any other currencies. You seldom have a voice if they chose to print money on a regular basis and devalue it. Inflation eats away at your hard-earned money in the bank, making it worthless. Also, if you send money outside the country, you may be charged exchange costs and rates. If you do transactions, you will almost always be charged higher costs. The beauty of a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is that it overcomes all of these issues. First and foremost, it is decentralized rather than centralized. You don't have to rely only on the ledger of a single central bank to keep track of everyone's money. Bitcoin stores a duplicate of the ledger on every machine, which none of us can view. Taking down the system is difficult because thousands of computers hold a copy of the ledger. As a result, it is safer because everyone can see it. It's transparent and no single central authority in charge of it. And perhaps most importantly, it's inflation-proof. The total number of Bitcoins in circulation is merely 21 million, and you won't be able to print more and depreciate it. So all issues that come with currency, Bitcoin addresses them all. That gets us to the main point of the discussion. When it comes to currencies or business in general, one usually climbs to the top and takes over the entire market. Take, for example, search engines. You're not familiar with Cully, AltaVista, InfoSeek, and all the web because you're only familiar with Google. You're not a fan of LiveJournal, Friendster, or MySpace, and I bet you're a Facebook user. One thing tends to dominate a whole industry. This is most likely to be the case with Bitcoin. So the question is, will Bitcoin be the internet's cryptocurrency, the one who succeeds in rising to the top? The answer is that it most likely will, and that it is now in the lead. This is what Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey had to say about it. The internet is a consensus-driven system that is developed by everyone, and anybody may alter its trajectory. Bitcoin follows the same tendencies as the others, since it was created on the internet. I believe the internet desires local money, and Bitcoin is so far the finest representation of that desire. At the end of the day, money is nothing more than a tool for mass acceptance. It's about everyone agreeing that it's value exchange, and Bitcoin is now the most near to doing this. Most people have never heard of Litecoin, Dash, Monero, or Ripple. But if you ask people on the street if they've heard of Bitcoin, they almost certainly have. I want to go over the process of how you go about investing in Bitcoin swiftly. After that, we'll address the most essential question: is Bitcoin a good investment? To acquire Bitcoin, you only need to follow 3 simple steps. The first is that you will require a wallet. You'll need a wallet to store it, just like a currency. The only difference is that Bitcoin is a digital wallet that you use to transfer, receive, and store Bitcoin. You can choose between two styles of wallets. One option is to use a software wallet that runs on your PC or mobile device with little quantities of Bitcoin. A software wallet is better and safer. The second option is to use hardware wallet, which is a device that connects to your computer and is regarded to be safer. So after you've got the wallet, you'll need to go out and buy some Bitcoin. This is done through an exchange. Gemini and Coinbase are two of the most well-known examples. It's as simple as withdrawing it from the exchange and sending it to your wallet. You must evaluate if Bitcoin is a good investment or not. So as someone who has been investing for a long time, I've discovered that the greatest approach to thinking about investment is through the lens of risk and reward. Need to ask, how much can I lose and how much can I gain? And what are the probabilities for each? So let's start with Bitcoin's hazards. And I'll be honest and straightforward about them. There's a danger you lose everything if you use Bitcoin. Bitcoin is technology-based money that is entirely reliant on people using it as a currency. More and more people are learning and utilizing it as time goes on. However, there's no guarantee that they will continue to do so in the future. If everyone agrees to sell it and stop thinking about it, your investment is gone. The potential return for Bitcoin, on the other hand, is enormous. Let us consider the return because it is far greater than the danger. I'm gonna show you how to measure it. Gold is similar to Bitcoin. Although it is something tangible, it is mostly used as a store of value. It can be mined. It has a limited quantity and it's used as a safety net in the event of an economic downturn, exactly like Bitcoin. So the total value of all gold in the world is over $12 trillion. Bitcoin's overall market capitalization is now approximately $600 billion, which is around 20 times less than gold. If Bitcoin were to reach the same market cap as gold, as many experts believe it will, we would see a 10, 20, or 30 times return on our investment. In my opinion, there's a lot more opportunity to profit from Bitcoin than there is to lose. So you're on the right side of the risk-reward equation, but you don't want to put your entire home on the rise of Bitcoin. Remember that you might lose everything if you invest too much. So only invest what you can afford to lose. It may be as little as 1% of your portfolio, or it could be more, as long as you wouldn't throw everything into this cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is preferable to the fiat currency we now use, as well as all of the issues that come with it. Consider Tesla. Few years ago, many were calling the company a joke, but it is now the world's largest automobile manufacturer. Why? Because it has greater technology and was developing a more advanced mode of transportation. It's the same with Bitcoin when compared to our current broken monetary system. It's just better overall, and the times we're in are quite unusual. The Fed is creating trillions of dollars every year, depreciating the currency by the second. With the lockdowns, business closures, and wacky politics, governments now have more power than ever. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is decentralized and does not rely on any single organization. So it might be a good idea to put some money into it, and you can thank yourself in the future for doing it. Once again, this is the Altcoin Bull Channel, bringing you the best and most updated news and trends in the crypto world. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.